You see, my sister makes these amazing turkey sandwiches. Her secret is she puts an extra slice of gravy-soaked bread in the middle. I call it the moist maker. Anyway.
The Daily Podcast. The Daily Podcast.
What is up, everyone? Hope you're doing well. It is well, for me, it's a gloomy, looking pretty shitty outside Sunday. But I have a mimosa right here. Just make me feel pretty good. Unfortunately, I have work tomorrow, so I can't go super crazy. But you know what? Whatever, dude. Yeah. My Thanksgiving was pretty good, pretty mellow. Um, I think this is the first time in my entire, 29 plus years of existence that I've been a one plater. I think that's pretty funny because I mean, I can eat, dude. I can throw some shit back. Like this morning, I basically made myself a Philly cheesesteak. The chopped beef. I had the peppers with the onions. And you know what I did? I slapped 2 fried eggs on that bitch. I could throw food back. I love my sides. I love my turkey. I mean, the best side ever, green bean casserole for sure. So, like I was thinking that I was going to be putting plates back, at least a 2, 3 plater. I think on average for Thanksgiving, I would be a 2 strong plate. And then, that third one, that's when you kind of fizzle off. And, there might be a little bit of pie on that third one. And then I don't technically count it. I mean, but, a plate of pie, um, which we made an apple pie and it was pretty good. I will say though, this mimosa has given me some burpage. I literally like just ate. Whew. Yeah, I definitely think I did a poll on Instagram and it kind of disappeared already because I was supposed to do this episode a couple days ago and just I mean with the weather, being gloomy and all that stuff, I just been kind of just not feeling it. And yesterday I was not feeling too great, a little hungover. um Yeah, I did a poll kind of like asking people what the best side dish was. And I mean, everyone was all over the place. Like, I don't think one person said one thing that, like, I don't know. There was no majority of one people saying, like, this is the one. Like, so it was all over the place. But I think, true to my heart, I think that the best side is the green bean casserole. Fuck yeah. And it's funny because it's like the most simple thing to make. I mean, you could mess it up real easily. And I thought I almost did because I thought I added too much milk, but I was like, this is no, I put the right amount. Like, I even threw a little bit more of I like to do a little bit more of the mushroom soup. Usually I like 4 cans of the French style cut green beans, and then you add like a cup of the mushroom gravy soup. Shout out Campbell's. But you know what? I did a can and a half of that shit. But yeah, I think that's my favorite. I don't know. We have leftovers. I don't even know what leftovers are or what we have. Maybe some mashed potatoes, possibly. I don't know. Anyways, it was a good, Thanksgiving. It was good to be with some, people that I love and whatnot. So, um, kind of disappointed in myself though because I was a one plater. Like I said, I thought I was gonna crush plates. I thought I was gonna be hurting because I mean, so I had work, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Then Thursday was Thanksgiving, of course. And like most people, they did not have work. Or, well, I don't know. Maybe most people did have work. I did have work. So, like I think what might have also contributed to the fact that I was a one plater is because I didn't even have any drinks. No drinks. All I drank was like bubbly water, And then I think when I came home, I had a healthy glass of wine. But I think the fact that the next day I had to be at work, couldn't risk it being hungover. I couldn't have the beers as soon as we show up to Thanksgiving or, having the couple glasses of wine at dinner, stuff like that. I think that attributed to the fact that I was a little bitch and didn't eat as much as I wanted to or should have. I think it's just a respect thing, you know? I was obviously respectful. I mean, the turkey was great. Smoked it on the Traeger. I don't know how long they put it on there, but it was tasty. Everything was delicious. So like, I don't know, but I felt like I should have done my part as a Thanksgiving dinner guest to shove as much food in my face. But I guess I'll have to make up for it with the leftovers. Being that the little intro track that I played, hopefully you recognize where it's from. If you don't, um, that's a bummer for you. But I can understand. I mean, if you don't like the show Friends, um, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of people that don't like that show. I don't understand how, but anyways, yeah, the Moist Maker, baby. Oh yes, the Moist Maker. And if you don't know what that is, or for example, like I forget all the time that that is something that happens in the show Friends. I don't necessarily know if Friends created this or if it predates this episode of Friends, but the Moist Maker is a sandwich that you make with all of the leftovers. And by the way, if you know what it is, just refresh your brain. And if you still have leftovers, make that bioche. You know, I think I might have enough to make I think I might have enough leftovers to make a Moist Maker sandwich. Actually, I don't have bread. I might have to get bread. But the thing is, I'm also Thanksgiving is over. I know I have the leftovers, but also like I'm trying to get fit. And that I'm looking at the sandwich right now on this. I'm just looking at a photo from that delish.com site just because I wanted to have it in front of me so I can tell you what it is. Um, I just I feel like that's gonna just make me feel like absolute ass for an entire day and maybe a day and a half. And trying to go working out after like a turkey dinner. uh, No, thank you. Um, so this one might be how let's see. Come on. Hopefully this is correct with it. Did they say friend? Okay, friends moist maker sandwich. By the way, I was at work on Wednesday and I was talking about it and I brought up the moist maker. And a few people were like, I felt like I was almost back in like middle school or something like that, where everyone's like, "Oh, what?" I was like, "Damn, guys, you're like little perverts over here." I felt so comfortable knowing what the moist maker sandwich was that I went on the work computer and Google imaged the moist maker. No sandwich on the end of that. I just Googled the moist maker. I was so confident because people were like, "Oh, you just wanted to say the moist maker," thinking of it in like maybe a sexual way. I was like, "No, it's a sandwich from Friends." Few people were like, "Oh yeah, Friends, I get it," but I was so comfortable and confident typing in the moist maker in Google image search, and I was pages upon pages of just sandwiches. I was like, "Man, get out of here! It's a delicious sandwich." The funny thing is, I've never even had it. I will say. I just don't know. I think when it's game time, when you start making your leftovers, like I feel like I usually just make a plate. Or if I've made a sandwich, it's usually just like turkey, maybe some cranberry, some bread and call it a day. But this I don't need to go through all of that. Are you kidding me? Chopped, no. Okay, I'm just gonna look off this image because I feel like I see collard greens, or is that spinach? You could probably leave the spinach out. No one really gives a shit about spinach unless it's in a salad. So you got your foundation bread, that first slab, and then you got a layer, a healthy thick layer. By the way, any layer that you're putting on this moist maker sandwich, you got to do it thick. I'm talking like nothing less than half an inch. Probably want to go for an inch. So like imagine an inch, maybe a little over half an inch because an inch seems aggressive, especially when it's mashed potatoes. So yeah, you got your bread, and then you have like let's just call it a little over half an inch slab of your mashed potatoes, and then on top of that, on this image it kind of looks mixed together. But then you put the cranberries on top, that little sauce that you make either from the can or homemade. Man, I keep telling myself to not drink carbonated beverages while I'm doing a podcast because it just makes me burpy. And then I this mimosa, and it's well, champagne is very bubbly, so I apologize. So yeah, bread, healthy slab of the mashed potatoes. Then you got your cranberries, and then this is the kicker. I believe this is why they call it the moist maker, baby. You have the bread, jeez, the bread, and you soak that bread in the gravy. So this bread just soaks up all of that gravy, and then that is now your middle layer. And then on top of that, you put your turkey. And then on top of that, if you want, you can put your lettuce. I don't know, I mean, dude, I might it's probably not the traditional moist maker, but I might throw like some that beans green bean casserole on it, or maybe if you're like, throwing some collard greens into the mix. I personally don't think I've been at a Thanksgiving dinner where we've had collard greens, but then again, I'm not in the South. That might be just more of a Southern thing. But yeah, you can put some greenery on there. And then I see you could probably put some, condiments, maybe some Dijon or, mayonnaise for sure. Mayonnaise for sure. And then you slap another piece of bread on top of that brioche. Insane. Insane. You should watch the episode. If you don't like Friends, suck it up. Let's see, what episode is the moist maker? The one with Ross's sandwich is season 5, episode 9. So check it out. I wonder if where did the moist maker come from? It's weird. I can't type right now, and I just basically, while I'm looking this up, there's a company called Autonomous. I'm pretty sure they're an Australian-based company, but they make these really, really cool, like those motorized standing desks. They're badass. They're a little pricey, but super badass, and they have a bunch of other stuff. I mean, I have a really cool light and this really cool tall like LED light that it's incredible. Um, but I've always wanted one of these autonomous, standing desks where you can go from sitting and then like there's a little power thing on the side that has different levels and you press it and you can go from sitting to standing. Really cool. I've always wanted one, but I've never just had, you know, the money to really put it towards that. Anytime I get the money to pay for, buy something that I want, that's usually not the top of the list. But for Black Friday, this autonomous company on TikTok, uh, here we go, TikTok again. That's doing great for me. Um, Basically, they had a prompt that you had to type out, and it was basically just promoting their Black Friday sale. Yada yada yada. Black Friday autonomous sale. Da 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 da. I forget how many words it was. Actually, you know what? I might even have the screenshot here. Well, let's see here. Characters. So there was in the prompt thing that I had typed was 237 characters. I had 100% accuracy, and apparently it was 67 words per minute. It took me about 42 seconds. So basically, number one, like the first place winner won the desk. Second place winner, $150 like voucher, and then I think the top 20 got like 10% discount. I took second place, so I got $150 off like voucher to put towards stuff. And originally I was just gonna get some random stuff, but um like a what's it called? For my monitor that I have right now, it's just on the base and it takes up a lot of the space and it oddly fits in the corner and like just takes a bunch of space. But they have these cool monitor arms that basically just makes the profile so much more slick. I can put it against the wall flush or pull it out or whatever. It's still high on my list to get, but um I had a couple drinks and I bought a desk. But anyways, it was a typing thing and I did really well. And now here on the podcast, I guess I can't talk and type apparently. But back to this, I wonder where this came from. Oh that's not what I wanted. Oh, because I didn't spell it right. I just said, where did the moist come from? Well, if you wanted to know that, according to the online, what the fuck? Something dictionary. Moist showed up in the 14th century as another way to describe well irrigated from the old French moist, which means damp, wet, or soaked. Track it back even further, and you'll see that it shares vulgar Latin roots with words like moldy, slimy, musty, and mucus. So I guess that when people, I don't know, I've never been one for like words like disgusting me out. You know, like you could say moist to most people and they'll be like, ew. I think the only one that does it for me is like the word seepage. Even then, it's like, I don't really care. But then I mean, maybe say that word if I'm like really sick and feeling nauseous or hungover and, feeling nauseous and you just start saying like seepage and moist and all that crap. Like then I might feel different about it. But I've never understood how people could get all weirded out from that word. I don't know. It's a way of describing something. I don't know why you got to take it in like such a weird, dirty manner. Whatever. Let me see if I can type this correctly now. Where did the moist maker sandwich learn to type, Danny? Um, I guess so. I don't know. It said it was made famous by the episode of Friends, but where or or origin of the moist maker sandwich? Um, you know what? I don't really see. It's all just Ross from Friends in the episode and everything. So I don't really think I'm gonna find it. But anyways, I think you should try it. This I was just reading, or I wasn't even reading off the list of ingredients on this delish.com site, but you could just look up the moist maker sandwich, or you know what, just make your own. Whatever you want to put on it. I know some people, like I know my family back home, they were doing ham instead of turkey this Thanksgiving. So maybe you wanted to slap the ham instead of turkey on it. Whatever you got, you know. Like I know some people might have maybe some sort of mac and cheese. Throw some mac and cheese on that thing, dude. Or if you don't have gravy and you have, say, your green bean casserole, you can take that middle moist maker bread in the middle, that you take and you usually put in gravy, marinate that thing in the green bean casserole. I don't know. Make your own moist maker. That might be something I have to do for dinner. Or depending on what my workout is tomorrow, I might just maybe, I don't know. That just seems like I don't want to do anything. Yeah, because the tryptophan and the turkey. Yeah, you know what? Mm-mm. Maybe tonight a little bit so I can get some good sleep. 'Cause I've been sleeping like shit lately. It sucks. Man, okay, I need to close this window because it's making me really hungry. I'm gonna take a sip of my mimosa. Cheers to all of you. Ah, so what do I have on here? Not a whole lot, to be honest. It's kind of gonna be a very, very short episode. Just I mean, work's been busy because Black Friday sales and whatnot, and then obviously Thanksgiving. I didn't really have too much time to kind of put anything together, and that's not really an excuse that I'm busy. I should take have the time to do this because I love it. I love doing this stuff. I love recording these podcasts and chatting with y'all. Um, so I didn't have too much prepared, and I don't want to pretend like I do. um, I just want to say that one thing that I'm thankful for, obviously, you guys, my listeners, but you know what? Pete, motherfucking Davidson. Uh, I know. Obviously, there's more personal things that I'm thankful for, and it's the run of the mill family, alive and passed away because they're a part of my life. Everyone a part of my life. All the cheesy shit that everyone says, it's all true. Yes, I don't need to bore you with that. Besides me being thankful for being able to do this podcast, and thank you obviously for listening, giving me a part of your day, subscribing, all that fun stuff. Obviously, I appreciate you and love you because if you guys weren't listening, this probably wouldn't last as long. Um, but the Pete Davidson, what a character! I love this guy. Not only is he an SNL just showstopper, I guess you could say, incredible, but now he's dating Kim Kardashian. I don't know how true it might be. It seems maybe it's just because she is who she is, and then he's Pete Davidson. Um, Obviously he's the funniest guy ever, and memes out there. I don't even know if you'd call it a meme, but pictures of them together and be like, see, fellas, being funny goes a long way. It's like, yes, I can understand that. But also, like, I mean, it's weird. You see some photos or interviews and you're like, that's a, good looking guy. We all know if you know who Pete Davidson is, he's kind of got the very tired, sunken in eyes. But, I would say overall, like, he's a decent looking guy. But then you have Kim Kardashian, who to I'm sure a lot of people is like the epitome of, beauty and maybe body goals. If that's your vibe, it's not mine personally, but yeah, I'm more of a Kendall. Um, and so you see Kim Kardashian with Pete. She seems to obviously have much more fun with him, and that makes sense because Kanye West or Ye looks like a tool, just an absolute tool. So I can imagine that she's much happier with Pete Davidson. But anyways, I'm thankful for Pete Davidson this Thanksgiving. Um, Obviously, besides the other more important things like family and you know animals, pets, which we're looking at getting. Need a damn dog, dude. Oh, Pete Davidson, yeah, you're crushing it, dude, for sure. Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna end this one out very early. Like I said, it's super short. I hope you guys had a great holiday. Thanksgiving, spent it with your families, your loved ones. Even if it was just you and a couple friends, I mean, that's a lot more than some people can, say. And who knows? I mean, even if you just had a solo one one person dinner, I mean, you could still be thankful that, you're alive and able to eat food, whether it was fast food, Chinese food, your full Thanksgiving dinner for one, or who knows, maybe you just, smashed a six pack by yourself, a lot to be thankful for, especially if you're listening to this, that means, you can afford a phone bill or whatever to listen to things. And I think everyone has something grateful for. And I know holidays are a hard time for everyone, regardless. I mean, there's got to be something going on in everyone's lives that makes things trickier. Whether you've moved to a different state and you miss your family, or maybe you're going through some hard times. I can't think of an example, but a lot to be thankful for. It might be harder for some people to find it than others, but just know that I'm thankful for you guys. Whether I don't know a majority of who you are, the names of people that are listening. I don't know unless I mean they share with me on Instagram or something. Um, but yeah, if you have, I know it's a little late. I mean, Thanksgiving was a couple days ago, but if you listen to this podcast and you're thankful for it, and I've brought you any sort of laughter or joy, or you learn something, hey, screenshot the episode or whatever, and tweet it, or at Instagram me, at it's Danny Todd. Maybe we can start a little conversation and chat about you know literally anything. It could be about the damn moist maker sandwich for all I care. I mean, yeah. Hey, if you make a moist maker sandwich, send me the photo of the sandwich that you make. Doesn't have to be a crazy good photo. Just send me a photo. I want to see it. Maybe I'll pull some inspiration. And yeah, just trying to make a way that we can kind of all chat together and whatnot. So, you know, holidays coming up, hard for some people. So if anyone needs someone to chat with, or I don't know, send me a picture of a stupid ass moist maker sandwich. I'm down. Let's go. Um, yeah. As I've said way too many times, thank you for tuning in again. I will make sure to have a poppin' ass episode for y'all next time. I gotta get back in the groove, kind of, brush off the cobwebs, I guess. Yeah, whatever. Alrighty. Well, I gotta go chop down a tree. So hopefully it doesn't rain. If it does, I guess that's whatever. It is what it is. Alrighty, everyone. Take care. Hope you had a good Thanksgiving. Carry it on. Be thankful for everyone. Say nice things to everyone. I don't know. Make friends. Say hi to your loved ones. Hug them. Kiss them tight. Hug, kiss them tight. The fuck? I don't know. I think I'm just trying to ramble on for too long. All right. Take care. Peace.
The Daily Podcast. The Daily Podcast.